Canto 26, Seventh Terrace Continued, Guino Guinizelli, Homosexuals and Heterosexuals, Examples of Lust, Guinizelli Identified, The Pilgrim's Debt to Him, Arnaud Daniel. While thus, one before the other, we walked along the edge, and often my good master said to me, "Look out, profit from my alerting you." The sun was striking me on the right shoulder, for already its rays were changing all the west from blue to white, and with my shadow I was making the flame seem ruddier. And even to so small an indication I saw many shades pay heed as they walked. This was the cause that led to their speaking of me, and they began by saying to each other, "That one does not look like a factitious body." Then some approached me as closely as they could, always taking care not to come out where they would not be burned. O you who are walking behind the others, not because you are slower, but perhaps reverent, answer me, who am burning in thirst and fire. Nor do I alone need your reply, for all these have greater thirst for it than ever Indian or Ethiop for cold water. Tell us how it is that you make a wall of yourself to the sun, as if you had not yet entered the net of death. So one of them was saying to me, and I would already have made myself known, if I had not attended to another novelty that appeared then. For down the center of the burning path came people facing toward these, and they made me suspend my reply, so as to gaze. There on both sides I see each soul make haste, and each one kiss another, without stopping, contented with brief welcomes. So in their dark ranks the ants nuzzle each other, perhaps to spy out their path and their luck. As soon as they break off their friendly greetings, before they take the first step to depart, each labors to outshout the other. The newcomers, Sodom and Gomorrah, and the others. Into the cow goes Pasiphae, so that the young bull will run to her lust. Then, like cranes who might fly, some towards the Riphaean mountains, some toward the sands, these avoiding frost, those the sun. So one group goes off, the other comes along, and they return, weeping, to their first songs, and the cry that most befits them. And the same ones who had begged me come back to me as before, eager to listen, by their looks. I, who twice had seen what would please them, began, O souls sure to enjoy, whenever it may be, the state of peace, my limbs have not remained back there either green or ripe, but are here with me, with their blood and with their joints. I am going up through here so as to be blind no longer. There is a lady above who gains me grace, and so I bring my mortal part through your world. But so may your greatest desire soon be satisfied, so that the heaven may shelter you, that is full of love and encloses the most ample space. Tell me, that I may rule paper for it still. Who are you, and who are that throng going off behind your backs? Not otherwise is the mountain peasant struck with awe and troubled, falling silent as he gazes, when, crude and rustic, he enters the city. Then each soul then appeared, but when their amazement had been laid aside, for it is quickly blunted in high hearts, blessed are you, who from these borderlands of ours began the shade who had inquired of me previously, are taking on a cargo of experience, so as to die better. Those who are not coming with us committed the offense for which Caesar, in his triumph, once heard himself reproached as queen. Therefore they depart crying, Sodom, blaming themselves as you have heard. And they help the burning by feeling shame. Our sin was hermaphrodite, but because we did not keep human law, following our appetite like beasts, in our own reproach we read out, when we part, the name of her who made herself a beast within the beast-shaped planks. Now you know our deeds and what our sin was. If perhaps you wish to know who we are by name, there is no time to tell, and I could not. I will rid you of your ignorance of me. I am Guido Guinizelli, and now I purge myself here because I repented well before the last. Such as in Lycurgus' grief the two sons became, seeing their mother again, so did I become. though I do not rise so high. When I hear our Father name himself, the Father of me and of the others, my betters, who ever use sweet and graceful rhymes of love, and without hearing or speaking I walked full of thought, gazing at him a long time. But because of the fire I approached no closer. When I had fed myself with gazing, I offered myself all eager to serve him, with the kind of affirmation that gains belief. And he to me, "You are leaving such a trace in me because of what I hear, and so clear a one, that Lethe cannot take it away or make it fade. But if your words swore truly just now, tell me the reason why you show by your speech and your gaze that you hold me dear." And I to him, "Your sweet poems which, as long as modern usage lasts, will make precious their very ink." "O my brother," he said, "he I point out to you with my finger," and he indicated a spirit further on, "was a better fashioner of this mother tongue. All verses of love and romances in prose he surpassed, no matter what the fools say who think that the one from near Limoges is better. They turn their faces more to reputation than to the truth, and thus they fix their opinion before listening to art or reason. Thus of old many did with Guitone, still praising him in cry after cry, until the truth overcame him in the judgments of more people. Now if you have such ample privilege that you are permitted to go to the cloister where Christ is abbot of the college, say a paternoster to him from me, as much of one as we in this world need, where the power to sin is no longer ours." Then, perhaps to make room for another who was near him, he disappeared into the fire like a fish into the water when it goes to the bottom. I went forward a little to the one he had pointed out, and said that my desire was preparing a gracious place for his name. He began freely to say, "So pleasing to me is your courteous request that I cannot nor will not hide myself from you. I am Arnaud, who weep and go singing. With chagrin I view my past folly. In rejoicing I see ahead the joy I hoped for. Now I beg you, by the power that guides you to the summit of the stairway, remember my suffering at the appropriate time." Then he hid himself in the fire that refines them.